Toronto. VK on the beat. Check. I'm in Toronto where you wanna get a city love. I'm from Toronto where you wanna get a city love. I'm in Toronto like we wanna get a city love. My city love me back for my city love.
Welcome to episode 1760 of Toronto Mic'd. Proudly brought to you by the new and improved Toronto Mic'd Patreon account. Go to patreon.com/Toronto Mike to become a member today. By Great Lakes Brewery, a fiercely independent craft brewery who believes in supporting communities, good times, and brewing amazing beer. Order online for free local home delivery in the GTA. Palma Pasta. Enjoy the taste of fresh, homemade Italian pasta and entrees from Palma Pasta in Mississauga and Oakville. Toronto's Waterfront BIA. Check out what's happening on Toronto's waterfront this summer. Blue Sky Agency, the official distributor of Silent's quiet, comfortable, and customizable office pods. Create sanctuary within your workspace. RecycleMyElectronics.ca. Committing to our planet's future means properly recycling our electronics of the past. And Ridley Funeral Home, pillars of the community since 1921. Joining me today, making her Toronto Mic'd debut, it's Kathleen Robertson. Welcome, Kathleen.
Hi.
What a pleasure it is to meet you. Can I just disclose something to the listenership right now? I'm under the impression, and it kind of makes me giddy almost. Like I feel like you have no idea what's going on or where you are. Can you confess right now?
I don't.
Okay.
No,
somehow,
I do.
In the trajectory of your career,
yes.
you have found yourself in a South Etobicoke basement with some guy in a Sloan t-shirt, and you don't really know what is this, what is it about?
Fuck I'm doing.
Confession's good for the soul. So I'm going to just... Well, you know this, but we're going to just talk about a few people who made this happen. Because how did this happen? It's not like I went through some PR channel and said, I need Kathleen Robertson on Toronto Mic'd.
No.
You want to start? So how did you end up in this South Etobicoke basement, Kathleen Robertson?
Well, so I was told by two friends that I had to do this.
Wow.
Yes.
You must really respect these people.
I do really respect both of them. And I do really, so Tom Wilson is...
Tom Wilson.
Yes, who has the most amazing voice ever. Tom Wilson and then Rob Bruce, both told me that I needed to do this. Oh my God, have you listened to it? It's amazing. Oh my God, you got to do it. It's the coolest thing ever. You got to do it.
I feel pressure now. I need to deliver because those two people you mentioned, Tom Wilson and Rob Bruce, and I have another guy who has a connection to. I got some great notes for you off the top.
Oh,
but
cool.
these two people are such valued FOTMs. FOTM means Friends of Toronto Mic'd.
Yeah.
I'd say they're on the Mount Rushmore.
They love you.
Please slow down. I know you said you only have an hour. Can we do 45 minutes on how much Tom Wilson and Rob Bruce love me?
Sure.
But so you get these, texts or whatever from Tom Wilson and Rob Bruce, and they're both saying you got to go on Toronto Mic'd, and you're like, okay. I feel like...
No, I mean, I wasn't like, okay. I kind of was like, yeah. And then 6 months went by and then it was like, have you done it yet? No, I haven't done it. You got to do it. Yeah. Okay. And then, it just kind of became a thing where I was like, I guess I do need to do it.
Well, just to get them off your back, right?
I mean, I think you are very loved.
Oh.
People genuinely love what you're doing. So that's amazing,
Well, that's the clip I'll excerpt and we'll, do be a cold open for the next episode. But do you mind a moment here? I want to just play a little bit. It's pretty long, so I'm going to play a little bit of the Tom Wilson supercut where Tom Wilson says the name Toronto Mike. So just a little bit of this.
Hi, Toronto Mike. Slightly under the weather, Toronto Mike. Congratulations. Everybody vote for Toronto Mike. The records that I love, Toronto Mike, are Kind of Blue by Miles Davis, Muddy Waters, folk singer. I was a little bit like Toronto Mike at the podcast awards. Because Toronto Mike, when I was a kid, in reality, at the age of 64, Toronto Mike.
So please give us your give us your Tom Wilson origin story. Like when do you meet Tom? How do you know Tom?
So Tom is with Margot Burnell, who's one of my oldest friends.
Wow.
Yeah, I grew up with Margot, and
wow.
Yeah, and I was
a
living.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, she's great. And I was living in Los Angeles, and when his book came out, they sent me the book and said,
Beautiful Scars.
Yes, Beautiful Scars. And so that was kind of my introduction to him. So that would have been, God, I don't even know when, maybe 7 or 8 years, 9 years ago, maybe 10 years ago.
Okay, now I'm just going to check my notes here. I have a note from Rob Pruce here. Rob Pruce says, so thank you to Tom, if Tom's listening. Tom, I feel like your Palma Pasta lasagna should probably end up with Tom Wilson. The man loves his Palma Pasta lasagna. I have one in the freezer for you, Kathleen.
He told me to make sure I got it.
I knew he'd score that. Honestly, he loves his and his brother-in-law, Andrew, I want to say is his name, big Palma Pasta head.
Amazing.
So shout out to all of them. But
Amazing.
Rob Pruce, who you know, because we're similar, he was the keyboardist for the Spoons.
Oh, I remember.
But this is what he wrote. I find this interesting about you, Kathleen. Her sister is married to my best friend. Mm-hmm. She used to watch us practicing in her basement when she was about 12. Mm-hmm. I intersected with Kathleen at her sister's wedding in 1990. We were both in the wedding party.
That's right. Oh my God. That photo is amazing.
Can I get that
His
photo?
hair is amazing.
He did have amazing hair.
He really did. I had a huge crush on him when I was a little girl, and he was in the Spoons, and he's best friends with Jim, my brother-in-law. So
okay, what a small world we live in. Because Rob's here once a month. He lives in New York. He was the cutest.
He was so cute, and I just thought he was married, and I remember always checking in when I moved. I'd be like, "Is he still married?"
Well, I can give you updates on this. Like, I can text you, honestly, because I've met his wife, Leah.
Yeah.
She's been down here.
This was a different wife.
Yeah, well, he's had a few, apparently. But he's very happy right now. But if that ever goes south, I'll let you know.
I'm married very happily.
Oh. Well, you never know what happens with you. Like, if both your marriages go south.
Right. If we're, you
guys could meet for coffee or something.
You never know.
Okay, so we got Tom Wilson. I realize I'm going to spend an hour talking about Tom Wilson and Rob Pruce. Yeah. But there is another gentleman I want to shout out. I call him the VP of Sales. Not that he closes any deals, but his name is Tyler Campbell. And Tyler sent me a picture of your grade 9 yearbook photo. Okay. And he goes, me and Kathleen, circa 1987, grade 9 at Hillfield Strathallan.
Yeah,
how you say that? Strathallan? In the Hammer. My question for Kathleen Robertson, what does she remember from her year at Hillfield, and where did she go from there? Like, he means immediately afterwards, because he goes, I next saw her on Maniac Mansion.
Okay.
And we were all pretty excited that we knew her. And he puts in parentheses, I have no expectation that she'd remember me because I don't think we ever talked. But that's Tyler Campbell from 1987.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, I went there for 2 years. I went to Hillfield for 2 years. And yeah, I think Maniac Mansion was around, was kind of the reason why I left. Because then I was off, making a TV show. So I was not in school anymore.
So this might be a good time to get your origin story as an actress, as a performer. Like, when did you realize, hey, I want to act? Like, was this something you wanted since you were very, very young? Like, when did this bug?
Yeah, I weirdly sort of always knew I wanted to do it from the time I was 10. I think 10 was kind of the start. And, lived in Hamilton. Dad worked at my dad was an interior designer, worked at Patterson's.
You're not a Nepo baby?
No, I'm not.
I'm taking notes over here.
Yeah, just was like, I want to do this. And my parents thought, how is this ever going to be possible? And slowly kind of started doing a little bit of, Theater Aquarius and some plays. And then first professional kind of acting job was 10 for the National Film Board. I did a movie that Norman Jewison was involved in, and
what a big name to start with.
It was
Holy
pretty
smokes,
cool.
Norman Jewison.
Yeah, that was my first thing, and then
So you're like a child star.
I am a child actor, not a child star, because we don't have stars in Canada.
Well, you know what? That's a great.
Which is why I'm not, which is why I'm actually somewhat sane and normal. I'm sure if I'd been a Disney child star in the U.S., I would not
Well,
be
let me
sitting
ask
in
you
your
this
basement
then.
right now.
And again, nothing could be too personal here, but do you live in Canada?
So I'm pausing. I have a house in Los Angeles, and I have a place here too.
Okay, so you...
Yeah, I'm kind of both.
Okay, so, but right now, obviously...
Right now, I'm here.
You're here. Okay, so in your place, and again, you don't have to be too specific, but we're not in Toronto, right? You stayed in like Hamilton?
You mean where I'm staying right now?
Okay, yes.
No, I'm not in Hamilton,
Okay.
but I'm not in Toronto.
Okay,
I don't really
okay.
want to say where I am.
I just wondered, growing up in the Hammer or something. I
I live in the country right now.
Moving to the country,
Yep.
gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Yep.
Moving to the country. Okay, I do know when I had Dave Thomas on with his brother Ian Thomas, a couple of legends, and I just said to them, "You guys are from the Hammer,"
Yeah.
and they both got their backs up and they said, "We are not from the Hammer. We are from Dundas, Ontario."
Oh, that's hysterical.
Do you make a distinction?
Well, I am from the Hammer,
Okay,
So-
true Hamilton.
but I do understand that it is a total distinction. Like if you're from Dundas, it's totally different than being from Hamilton.
Can you explain for us idiot Torontonians, like what is the distinction?
Like the identity difference?
Yeah, like-
okay, so Hamilton, Ancaster, and Dundas, which are all are completely different vibes. Hamilton is Hamilton.
Is Hamilton like a Tom Wilson vibe?
I mean, I feel like it's a me vibe, like, and maybe Tom,
Kathleen
and maybe
Robertson.
Tom. Yeah, like there's a sort of like texture to it. It's like a grittiness. There's like a toughness. There's an edge to it. It's very like you're from Hamilton. It's like it's a thing. If you're from Dundas, it's a little bit more. It's much wealthier for one. Like the people who live there have more money. It's more. It's a little bit more artistic.
Okay.
A little bit more hippie, and then Ancaster's like rich white people.
Okay, I'm taking notes over here, Kathleen. I want to know everything. I'm also going to take this opportunity, a little bit of a fun fact for some of the listeners. I'm playing in the background. I'll bring her up. So this is do you know what this is, Kathleen?
Of course, it's Jane Siberry.
Yeah, okay. So Jane Siberry, one of my favorite episodes of Toronto Mike Dever was chatting with Jane Siberry.
Oh, she's amazing.
So you've had the pleasure of meeting Jane.
Yes, and this was our theme song for Maniac Bitches, which was so cool. I remember like them. I feel like I don't know if it would have been Eugene Levy or Mike Short who kind of engineered her doing it. But I remember it was a thing. Like everybody was pretty stoked about her doing our theme song.
She has a fascination with cows. Next time you are in her presence, just talk to her about cows and she'll go off about cows. Yeah, she's always had a fascination with cows.
Interesting.
I'm giving you the lowdown here on these Canadian
Interesting.
greats here. Can you tell me a little bit, if you don't mind, about working with Joe Flaherty?
Oh God. Oh, he was, it's weird to say was in past tense because he obviously passed away. Not obviously, but he passed away, which is still sort of hard for me to wrap my head around. He was the funniest, the kindest, the sweetest, the smartest. Yeah, I loved him very, very, very much. And he was a very, very dear friend of mine up until the very end of his life.
No, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Great loss for all of us, but
Yeah.
especially those who knew him personally. What's interesting to me, I doubt you were there. Maybe I'll find out right now, but they did that SCTV reunion at the Winter Garden Theater.
Oh, yeah, with Martin Scorsese.
With Martin
Yeah,
Scorsese.
I was not there. My family all went, though. Yeah, I was not able to go. I was in LA and I was working on something. But yeah, no, it sounded like it was so cool. Were you there?
No, so I was not there, but I've talked to many people who were there who tell me it was great. And
Yeah.
I always am curious. So your family enjoyed this?
Yes. Oh, they all went. Yeah, everybody went. And they said it was really, really cool. And I don't really know what happened with it.
Well, this is the $1 million question. It seems like Martin Scorsese got distracted by other projects.
Okay.
And this footage all sat on a shelf. And I heard maybe he's given this footage to Jimmy Kimmel's company to make something of it. But as you know, Kathleen, because we sadly lost Joe Flaherty years ago now, like this stuff is getting dustier and dustier. It's kind of amazing that this was filmed. It went well.
Yeah.
And I mean, Rick Moranis came up for it, and he doesn't do a lot of stuff anymore.
No, he doesn't really do press for it.
And we don't get to see it. Like, where is it?
That's so weird.
I know. I thought maybe
I don't know.
You could make a call or two. Do you have Scorsese on speed dial?
I do not.
So good experience on Maniac Mansion.
Yeah, great experience.
And this, in terms of your career, this is your first your Canadian big break anyways.
Yeah, it was my first big. I mean, we shot 66 episodes, which is a ton.
And that's a big name, Joe Flaherty, big American star.
It was a big deal for me, and it was such a cool show. Every week I got to do different characters and sort of morph in and out of. I mean, it was a bit of that SCTV thing. Like they would say, okay, this week you're doing Juliette Lewis from Cape Fear. And I would sit and watch that movie 100 times and get the retainer and build up my nose and put on the wig. And, it would be like every week delving into totally different characters. So
Kathleen,
it was very cool.
You know what Hamilton Institution, it sounds like you're describing there? The hilarious House of Frightenstein. Did you ever see this? Or maybe we lost you too young. So it was airing on CHCH all the time.
Okay, I don't think I know that.
So it's a guy named Billy Van, who's sadly no longer with us. But Billy Van would just be different characters. They would bring in Vincent Price. I think they had him in like once a month to film everything in like a
Was
one
this
day.
ultimately what that was based?
I believe so.
It
I
must
believe
have been.
so.
I think it was. Yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. I never actually saw it.
Okay, what a key part of my childhood was like just flipping the dial. We had nothing, remember, no internet, no whatever, and we're flipping around, and CHCH would have hilarious House of Frightenstein, and Billy Van would be like dressed as a witch or something, and he'd have a cauldron. It was just bizarre. But
my God.
So there you go. So
I actually
Hamilton history.
I want to go and see if there must be footage of that on YouTube, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
Frightenstein here. And I want to ask you about a Toronto actor here. And then obviously I want to talk about your big American break. And then we're going to cover a lot of ground because I've been watching a 90s series every night. I was turned on to after I watched The Pit. And I want to talk about you pivoting to writing. A lot of ground we're going to cover in this hour. But you worked with Corey Haim.
Corey Haim and Corey Feldman.
Okay, well,
I did a movie with them.
So which movie did you do with the Coreys?
It was called Blown Away. Okay. And it was insane.
Well, can you elaborate? I'm just, talk about losing somebody too soon. Corey Haim died way too young.
Yeah.
And he was a Thornhill / Toronto guy.
Yeah, no, I did. I actually did it on my hiatus from Maniac Mansion. So, 2 months off, actor allowed to go do what you want, got offered this movie. It's the two Coreys at the height. I mean, they were as big as you could get at that time.
Oh, I remember.
And it was crazy. Yeah. And yeah, we shot in Toronto and it was a whole thing. People weirdly still to this day ask me about that movie.
Well, I just did.
Yeah, you just did.
I just did because when I have somebody over who worked with Corey Haim, I sort of can't help myself. Like, I just was a good experience working with the Coreys. Interesting experience. Let's hear how Kathleen Robertson answers this question.
It was an eye-opening experience for a girl from Hamilton who was still living at home with her parents and, getting driven into the city to shoot a scene where, Corey's, I mean, it was eye-opening. It was, they were really famous and had a ton of money and they were doing a lot of drugs and having a lot of fun. And I was just kind of, in the back of, I have one funny memory of a night where we all went out to a club and I was, literally 16. Right. I was totally underage. And we went to a club in Toronto and it was when Corey Feldman, still is actually, but he was, in his full blown Michael Jackson, like head to toe, like full outfit.
Right.
And we were in it was so, I don't even know what year it was, but we were in like the back of a limo. It was like the white stretch limo with like the rotating colored lights. And we go to the club and Corey's like, people are losing their shit. Like, oh my God, it's the 2 Coreys. And Nicole Egger was dating, she was in the movie too, and she was with us. And Corey Feldman just literally got out on the dance floor and started fully doing his Michael stuff.
Billie
and
Jean.
People were losing their minds. And then I went back to Hamilton and went to sleep.
And you went home and you
single
called
bed.
the Corey hotline.
Yeah.
And hung up and fell asleep on the line there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But I was more into Corey Feldman than Corey Haim.
See,
like I was like kind of fixated, fascinated.
Well, he was in Stand By Me.
Yeah. And he was just, yeah.
Like I feel like so Haim had a good career, a License to Drive, and a lot of I can't remember now, but there was some big movies, but nothing like Stand By Me.
No, and I just think there was something. Yeah, I mean, I still am sort of a little fascinated by Corey Feldman. He's kind of
Well, he's nothing if not interesting.
For sure.
Maybe we'll get him on Toronto Mike.
Yeah, I could probably hook that up.
Tom Wilson, can you hook that up? Tom,
I can hook it up.
Tom, if you're listening. Get me Corey Feldman on Toronto Mike here. All right, so obviously we need to cover a gig you landed that would make you a big star in the world, the United States of America. But can you tell me how you got the role on Beverly Hills 90210?
I simply auditioned. I walked in, I did my read, and it was a 4 or 5 episode role, and then it turned into, a whole thing.
Well, you were, how do I say this? You were kind of like a spicy, naughty character that I feel like was a big hit. It was a big hit for me and my friends.
Yes, she was kind of she was loved and hated, which I guess is a good thing.
So there's like an open audition. I think it's the end of season 4, I believe, when you make your make those appearances. But so end of season 4. So there's just an audition. Like we're looking for this type of person to be. Do you know the show you're auditioning for?
I knew it a little bit, but I had never seen it. So
you had never watched. So that's interesting. No Hilarious House of Frightenstein or Beverly Hills.
No, I had not. I mean, I of course knew it, and I knew who they all were. I'd seen I'd seen it, but I never actually had watched it. It wasn't a show that I watched. And so I called my friends and my sisters back in Hamilton and was like, okay, I'm auditioning for the show. My scene is with Brandon. That's Jason Priestley, right? Yes. Okay. Then I'm reading for this. My scene is with this character. Who is that again? That's Jenny Garth. Okay. So it was that kind of thing.
Okay. And of course, Jason Priestley, not only a fellow FOTM, but a fellow Canadian.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just a little bit of Claire Arnold, your character, just a little bit of her. So those who didn't, maybe you're a little older, a little younger. This was right in my sweet spot. I watched a lot of 90210. I think it's because I felt like I was the same age as the characters. I also watched a lot of Degrassi Junior High, and I felt the same way about them. I feel like all these shows were like my age. I don't know if that's like a syndrome or if it was reality. I have to do some fact checking. But here's a little Claire Arnold. Where are you there? Actually, that's Claire when she was just thinking in her head. Here's her when she actually talks.
And here are the categories.
Oh,
we start you off with Minnesota
I pulled
Studs.
this clip. Okay, let's listen to this
Next
for a moment.
we have Walshes, Twins, Chancellor's Lackeys, Hot Guys, and finally, Presidents.
I'll take Minnesota Studs for 1,000.
The answer is he and his fiery twin sister, Claire.
Who is Brandon Walsh?
That's right. You retain control of the board, so pick again.
Okay, I'll take Walsh's for 1,000.
Answer. This Walsh, one of America's... Claire?
Who is Brandon Walsh?
That's right. Another 1,000 for you, and that sound means you're out of double jeopardy, and Claire winds up with $52,000. Johnny, tell her what she's won.
Well, Claire, you have won your very own Brandon Walsh. With movable limbs and combable hair, this Brandon comes complete with his very own Mustang and will provide hours of fun.
I pulled this clip because it's fun. I guess this is a dream. You have a crush on Brandon Walsh, I'm starting to think.
Yeah.
And fellow Canuck, Alex Trebek makes a cameo.
Yeah, we filmed with Alex and we filmed on the actual set, and my mom and my Aunt Betty came to set that day because they were very excited.
Well, that's
to meet.
That's a big deal.
him. Yeah, it was kind of cool. Yeah.
Great Canadian.
Yeah.
All these great Canadians. Brandon Walsh is Canadian, technically. He's
Yep.
Jason Priestley. You're Canadian. Alex
Yep.
Trebek is Canadian.
Yep.
So you get the 90210 gig. How does that affect your career? Like now, Maniac Mansion's a big deal for guys like me, but 90210, this is a huge American show.
Yeah. It was kind of, the biggest show in the world at that time. And so, yeah, everything kind of just literally, it's the kind of thing that could never happen now. Like there would never be a show just in the way television's so
The
fractured.
monolithic television culture. It's so fractured now.
It's just so fractured, and it's like there would never be something like that now where you could actually be like, oh, I'm doing this, and overnight everything's changed where you can't, like everywhere you go, people know who you are. It was very, very surreal. It was very trippy, yeah.
So you're saying originally it was just a few episodes you were going to do?
Yeah, it was like 5 or 6. And then at the end of that season, they just called my agents, and they said, we want to make her a series regular. And I was like, yay.
Okay, so
Amazing.
you show up, honestly, great for your career. So you show up at the end of season 4, but then you're in season 5. Most episodes in season 5 has Claire Arnold in it, but you're not actually in that main cast. At the beginning with the, hold on, I actually pulled it because we got to put ourselves in the place. When this plays, all right. So when this plays, we get to see, you're not on that until the next season, right? So it took a couple of seasons before they put you in like the main cast. I guess season 6 and 7, you're in the main
know
cast.
more.
I've done my homework, Kathleen.
Because I don't remember the specifics of that, but I do remember the first time filming that thing that you're talking about.
Yeah.
This thing.
Yeah.
No, look
Title?
at me. This thing.
Yeah, that's right.
You have to kind of tilt. It was very weird and very awkward.
Very awkward. And we won't dwell too much on your time on 90210, although I am curious why you departed the show. But while we have you on the show, anything you look back on it with fondness? Did you make any long-lasting friendships with the cast members? Any frenemies? What's going on there?
Yeah, I think it's been an interesting journey for me with that particular project, because I think for so many years I was working so hard to distance myself from it, and I was so kind of, even just the sound of what you just played, like that da-na-na-na, I would be like,
oh yeah,
like I just, and so it took me many years to get to the point where now I actually feel like I'm totally fine talking about it. I get it.
Thank goodness.
No, I get it
sweat over
now.
here.
I feel like I understand now why people are so fixated on it. Whereas I didn't used to. Like I kind of used to think, I'm so confused, it didn't make sense to me. But now I'm like, oh, I get it, because it's people's, it's so defining for people, and people feel so passionate about it. So now I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it, and I'm cool to talk about it, and it makes sense.
And possibly, not to be your armchair psychologist here, but maybe it's because you are very young when you're on Beverly Hills 90210. And you have so much good work ahead of you, including, writing and creating shows, which we're going to talk about. Like, you're going to evolve as a performer, as an artist. And there might be that idea of like, oh, I got to go back to when I was a teenager or whatever, and talk about that silly teen show I did that everybody is excited about. Like, I would feel like that could be annoying until you embrace the fact that, okay, this is how the vast majority of people discover Kathleen Robertson.
For sure. And now it's like a thing where I almost like talking to people about it when they want to know.
Almost.
Did I say almost?
Yeah. You said, I almost like talking. So, because I could do half an hour.
Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
I've never done, I would never do a Comic-Con, or I'm not that person. And when if you get to know me, you would, I'm not really a person that likes to think or focus or sit a lot in the past. I tend to be more
I get
of
this
a
vibe.
I tend to be more of a what's next? Even if it's something amazing happens, I am immediately like, okay, great. So now what's next? And I'm sure it's a problem.
No, it's not a problem.
Sure, it's like
you know
a
what?
deficit.
It's only
in
a
some
problem.
way.
It's only a problem when you
Like, I
get.
don't think about the past.
So this is only a problem, Kathleen. When I know,
Are we in therapy?
this is only a problem, Kathleen, when
Yes.
two of your friends tell you have to go to this guy's basement for an hour,
and talk about my past.
and he's going. Yes, I want to talk about swimming with sharks.
I'm good to talk about. I'm good to talk about the past with you because it's like people are curious and it's, but I'm not a person that like
lives in the past.
sits and reminisces about like, oh, remember that time or remember when we did this or
No,
I'm a little bit more like, what's next?
I get it. Like I've met people. They do make typically, though you've been wonderful. Typically, that mindset makes for a lousy podcast guest. To be that whole idea. I can tell you. Did you ever watch much music?
Oh yeah.
So the first time I invited Erica M to come over.
Yes, she's like, I won't talk about much music.
But how did you know that? Because subsequently,
No, I'm guessing. I'm
okay,
guessing.
No, you nailed it. You nailed it. I'm like,
I used to kind of be like that though about 90210.
but
Like,
how
where I
do
was
you
just
have
like,
a
where I would
hour-
just say,
go ahead.
I don't really want to talk about it. But now you're getting me now where I'll tell you anything. Ask me anything you want about it and I'll tell you.
Well, okay.
Anything. One shot.
How was your relationship with Tori Spelling?
Amazing.
So still very
and it's
close.
still great. I love her. She was the nicest of everybody. She was the funniest. She was the kindest. She was the one that like totally welcomed me in a way that a lot of people didn't.
Because we joked earlier.
No, I love her.
Your dad sold furniture? What did he
My
do?
dad was an interior designer who worked at Patterson's in Hamilton.
But I
and
made
then he had his own store. Yeah.
I made an offhand comment about you're not a Nepo baby.
I'm not.
But I was thinking of Tori when I said it, only because her
Oh.
dad created the
Yeah,
show.
yeah. And it was very hard for her. Like that was a very hard thing for her. But I love her.
I'm glad
And
you
I
did
used to be, as the Canadian there, like I didn't celebrate American Thanksgiving. So I would go to the Spelling Mansion for Thanksgiving dinner every year. And they were very lovely and welcoming. And I have nothing but amazing memories about that.
Okay, well, I'm happy to hear that.
She was so fun and is so fun.
So my connection is I've never met Tori. I'm sure I would love her too. But I did produce a show for her now ex-husband
Oh, yes, Dean.
and his first wife, Mary Jo Eustace. I produced their podcast.
Oh, interesting.
And I'll just say I did record 11. I think it was 11. It could be 11 or 12 or 13. But I recorded 11 episodes.
Okay.
And after I dropped the second one, I got a email from Dean saying, I'm tapping out of this project. I basically cease and like don't drop the rest. And they just live on this laptop over here. Like I have all.
Because he was. Oh.
So there's you can read between the lines. But
Yeah.
this is before the separation. But so I have never met Tori Spelling. But my only engagement is sort of this secondhand, like kind of messing up our plans, but not
Right.
directly to me, obviously. But
God damn her.
who knows what's going on there? I'm glad. I mean, again. I'm sure Tori is a lovely person and I would love this woman, but I only know her ex-husband,
Yes. Okay.
who is a Toronto guy, as you know.
I do know that. Yeah.
All right. So that, by the way, that they were calling that, they were both in on this. It was great. We had professional photos and everything done, and it was called X's and Uh-Ohs was the name of this podcast. And the premise was basically, can exes who have a tumultuous history, thanks to tabloids, etc., become friends?
Oh, it was like a recent podcast.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant it was like.
Oh no, it's
Before-
recent. So now you're connecting dots in your head here. Now
Okay,
you're connecting
okay.
dots. So much love to Tori. To
Yes.
change the 90210 channel, you have lost a couple of prominent cast members. Again, this is a continuing theme brought to you by Ridley Funeral Home, but far too soon. I'm thinking, of course, about Luke Perry and Shannon Doherty. They're gone.
Yeah.
It's so young. These people are my age.
I
They're
know.
our age, I should say.
I know. It's very, very, very. It's hard to believe.
But you
Yeah,
didn't.
it's hard to believe.
Can I ask you? Was Shannon gone before you got there?
No, she was.
Okay.
She was leaving. So it was like a weird, awkward, seeing her in the makeup trailer kind of thing, knowing that, oh, I'm leaving and you're coming in.
And you're kind of, although you're playing Claire Arnold, but you're kind of there to be the new brunette, pretty brunette, naughty kind of girl.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah. So it was a little weird. But she was amazing. And she was, she was such a force. And yeah, it's just so sad.
so sad. And, but more shocking because, it's very shocking to lose Shannon Doherty, but we knew she was very sick. Luke Perry. I think I woke up one day with, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, Luke Perry?
Yeah.
That's just a shocker, right?
Yeah, that was totally out of left field. Nobody saw that coming.
Jeez. Goodness gracious. Okay, and was he a decent guy? We're
Guy.
kind of talking about all the
He was a
hunks.
great guy. Like, he would walk into the trailer with his cowboy boots and his, no shirt and jeans, and all the girls would just be like, what the hell just walked in here?
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
he was something.
And he
Yeah.
made a Simpsons cameo.
He was lovely. He was so sweet. He was such a good guy.
And he was on a show I watched called John from Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. That was a good show.
Yeah, it was only one season
Yeah,
though,
that
but
was
it was
a
a
good
really
show.
good show.
That was a really good show.
And I think it's the only time that the guy, what was it, Dylan McKay would meet Zach Morris. Because Zach Morris, the guy who played Zach on Tori's first show, by the way, was not 90210. Tori was on Saved by the Bell. Tori Spelling.
Yes. Yes.
And Zach Morris, Mark
Or
Paul Gosselaar?
Mark. Yeah, Mark Paul. Mhm.
Okay. He was in this John from Cincinnati.
Oh.
Okay, so we're going to get off 90210 because I can already hear you're thinking, Mike, move on. So can you please, because we only have an hour
I'm
here.
not.
But I am curious how.
I've
why
done
did
the
you-
work.
Why did you depart 90210?
Wait, so we're gonna keep talking about 90210?
No, this is the last. This is the last note on 90210,
I'm joking.
and then I'm
giving you
promising to
shit.
move on. No, Claire, I need shit given to
You
me.
just called me Claire.
Oh my god, because I'm reading the word Claire Arnold.
You just called me Claire.
Kathleen, I'm going to fix it in post.
Okay,
Mr. Black.
I forgive you.
Why did you depart from? I have to do a good job here, or Tom Wilson's going to pick up the phone and yell at me.
Why did I leave? I left because, well, I did 99 episodes, which I think is so funny. Not 100, 99. I got out
for Wayne Gretzky.
before. Yep. And I just was ready to do something else. Like, I kind of just genuinely was coming at it from a place of, I was so young and I was just like, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore. It's just,
But you're on a hit.
I'm done.
Like,
I know,
people
but I
die
didn't
for
care.
that.
I know, but I didn't care. I just wanted to be, and it was a different time. Like, TV wasn't what it is now. Like, being on a TV show at that time period was kind of bad. Like, nobody wanted to be on a TV show. You wanted to be doing independent film. And so that's what I went and did.
So okay, so you just I do know what you mean. Like until like the premium television kind of showed up. TV was like lower class.
Oh yeah, low. It was super low.
You didn't want to have to go to TV. It meant you were failing as a film star.
That's right. Or you just I was just you didn't want to be on TV.
Okay, so you leave 90210. I guess that's after season 7. You depart the show.
Okay.
And you're gonna go. Take my word for it.
Okay.
You're gonna do some indie films. You're gonna sort of scratch your creative, artistic itch.
Yep.
Do you scratch an itch? Yes, you do. Okay. And I'm curious, at what point in your career as an actress do you realize I want to write?
I'd always been a person that wrote and just kind of threw stuff in drawers. Like, I would write a script and throw it in a drawer and not let anyone read it, and write a script and I optioned a couple books and wrote scripts based on them, and then never really did anything with them. And then I was doing a show called Boss with Kelsey Grammer, and
You're very good in Boss.
Oh, thank you so much. It was kind of the job that when I left 90210, all the years after that of all the like indie films and the Sundance movies and the, all the different sort of jobs that I did after that, it was all kind of in search of finding like that job as an actor that was like so creatively satisfying. And that was kind of it. When I booked that job, it was Gus Van Sant. It was incredible. The writing was absolutely beautiful. And anyway, it was during that period, though. I was living in Chicago, and the show was really critically acclaimed. Like, Golden Globe nominated. He won the Globe, and the show was nominated, and it was really, really exciting time for me creatively as an actor. But I still was like, what now? Like, again, okay, I've done this. Now what? And I always knew that my sort of big picture dream was always, I wanted to be a showrunner. I wanted to create my own TV shows. I wanted to write my own stuff. I wanted to be, that was what I really wanted. And so I kind of just set my mind on that and just really started chipping away at it. And that was kind of the period, though. It was, I think, being on that show, which was kind of like, okay, this is kind of as good as it gets as an actor in the television space. You know, like it's like if it's not this, it'll be something else like this. And so that was kind of what made me go, okay, well, clearly I need to sort of do this if I'm going to do it and stop thinking about it.
I'm going to drop a name on you. But I teased it earlier because I watched The Pit. Did you watch The Pit?
Yeah.
Okay, so I watched The Pit, and then it made me remember how much I enjoyed watching ER when it would air on like Thursday nights on NBC at 10 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I went back and started streaming. I've been doing this for the last couple of months, just streaming old ER episodes. And this is a long-winded way of me asking, what role does John Wells play in your writing career?
Oh, so John bought the first script off of me that I ever sold. And John mentored me and helped me get into the showrunners training program at the Writers Guild of America. And he was kind of, him and his executive, Andrew Stern, had a big deal at Warner Brothers. And they read a script that I wrote that I gave to my agents. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try and do this, guys. I know you think I'm an actress and I'm not going to be able to really be a writer. And I know people don't take actors seriously when they say they want to be writers, but I got to do this. And so, yeah, he was kind of the first one that really validated and was like, oh yeah, no, it's real. You're a real writer.
Well, what a big name in this world. I mean, I just shouted at a couple of shows he
he's
wrote and created.
He's the real deal for sure. He's amazing.
Okay, like a mentor of sorts.
Yes, for sure.
Amazing.
For sure.
I am going to play a little trailer for a show I would love to ask you about, but I do have a couple of quick hits here, real quick on our way. One is that, you mentioned 99 episodes of 90210, and then I made a Gretzky comment, but you played the wife of Gordie Howe.
I did.
In Mr. Hockey, the Gordie Howe story.
Yes.
So I'm just curious about your career because you start in Canada. We talked about Maniac Mitch. I didn't even talk about the Campbells, okay?
My God.
I do produce a show.
So little.
So you were like, that's
like a little baby on that show.
Baby Kathleen Robertson is in the Campbells.
So little.
So but you have a Canadian career until 90210 essentially, right? And then 90210, now you're
moved to LA when I was like 19, got 90210, and then
But the Gordie Howe story, with much love to our American neighbors, but this is really a CBC thing.
Yeah, and that I remember that offer came in. I mean, I was living in Los Angeles, and the offer came in, and they were like, you might want to do this. I feel like there's something telling me you're going to want to do this. And I was like, yeah, I want to do this. Of course.
And you won I don't know what this is. You're going to tell me.
Something.
A Leo Award.
I don't know.
You have it on you? Is it in your purse or something?
I don't know what it is really. Actually, that's not what is it? It's
okay. I don't have that info. I thought for sure you'd know what it is, but basically
I didn't go. So that's probably
But is it a Canadian thing?
A Leo? Yes.
It's funny how I never heard of these Leos. We have Canadian Screen Awards, right? Which we place like Geminis and Genies.
Am I not right in saying it's for
film? Yeah. So, okay. So this biopic, which was on CBC, Mr. Hockey, the Gordie Howe story, you won Best Actress. You won Best Actress at the prestigious Leo Awards.
That we don't know what.
This is like A Christmas Story when he had the prestigious award was the leg lamp, remember? And the dad was so proud.
Oh, yeah.
And he kept saying, it's a prestigious award. You could just say, tell people about how prestigious the Leo Awards are. And you've got a Best Actress.
Thank you. I'll take it. I'll take it.
But is this is this a moment where you're like, oh, I can still work in Canada too?
No, I mean, I've always kind of gone back and forth. Like I did a movie about Evelyn Dick here many years ago called Torso. Like that was like a passion project of mine that I really wanted to see happen and push to make that happen. I've always kind of, I did Bruce McCullough's movie Dog Park here. Like I love Dog Park. I've done a lot of stuff here over the years.
How was it
I've always kind
of
come back and forth. Oh, I love Bruce. He's the best. He's so funny.
Will you send him over here?
I've
taken multiple stabs at Bruce McCullough.
I will ask him. I will try for you.
This is how it works. Tom says you have to come on, and you need to pay it forward now.
Yeah, I will. I'm actually going to try.
He should. He was just at
He
Blair
probably
Packham's house.
wouldn't want to come physically here, though.
But why not? Like Scott Thompson spent 2 hours down here a couple of months ago. Why won't Bruce McCullough come down?
I'm
here?
going to ask him.
Like he's too big to visit a basement.
No,
in
not about
Etobicoke?
big. It's not about big. It's less about big and probably more about, I feel like people are lazy and they want to just do it on Zoom now.
I know. See, that's
Like everything's just like, oh, why would I want to go there? Like, can't I just do it on Zoom?
Do you wish we had Zoom this?
No.
Okay, because Zoom is an option for everybody.
Do you
I hate
ever
it.
do Zoom?
Once in a while. I'd
Yeah.
say 5% of episodes are like remotes, and there's a combination of factors that have to click in for me to do a remote. And for Kathleen Robertson, for example, when I first got the initial text from Tom Wilson saying, you need to have Kathleen, because I got the same text you got, I think. I think you get like, you got to go on Toronto Mike Show. I got the text, you need to have Kathleen, and I said like sold. But it was important to me that you visit the basement.
Right.
Like I feel like I can't get the
No,
same-
for sure. It's yeah.
So Bruce can visit the basement.
I'll try.
Okay.
I'm going to try for you.
Thank you. So Bruce, who I love Kids in the Hall, so I'm just shouting out Dog Park, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
And you were great in it. But there's another quickly, Donald Shabib. So Donald Shabib,
yeah.
who we lost as well, a father of 40.
Yep.
Who lives in South Etobicoke.
Oh, yeah.
So one of the great movies is down the road
again. Yeah. And then they came and said to me, would you do the sequel with Dawn and the whole original cast? So Jane Eastwood, who played my mom in a movie for the National Film Board called Left Out,
and
also played, So I've worked with her twice. I love
also
her.
played
And
who?
she was in Down the Road Again.
Yes,
with
she
me.
was.
Mhm.
She had a nude scene in that. I asked her about it.
The original one, yeah.
Yeah. But she also was married to Joe Flaherty's brother.
She was married to Joe's brother. I love Jane. She's amazing.
Do you do an imitation of Jane? She's got a great voice.
Oh, I actually don't. Let me see. Oh, no, I can't do her. It's too early. I already sound like her. Listen to my voice. I sound so.
Is that morning voice?
I don't
Or is
know.
it 'cause you're
Actually, I was sanding stairs in my barn last night till like midnight. So I think that my like the dust from sanding got in my lungs. That's what it feels
but
like
aren't
to
you
me.
filming something today?
Yeah.
So I don't know when you film something and you sound like Jane Eastwood. Is that a
Oh
problem?
yeah, it's okay. It is what it is.
Some tea with
It's
honey?
like when you're in the middle of a show and you get your hair cut and it's a little bit shorter and it doesn't match. You just go with it.
Are you allowed to mention the show you're filming today?
Yeah.
Okay, Reacher.
Yeah, I'm doing Reacher.
But that's a big show.
It's a very big show.
Yeah,
Biggest show in the world is what they tell me.
It's the biggest show in the world.
That's what they're telling me. That's what they tell me.
All the shows you're on are the biggest shows in the world.
Right? Biggest shows in the world.
So to wrap up the Down the Road Again, so what was it like? Because he Down the Road, the original, I would catch it on like City TV, Late Great Movies or something, and I was mesmerized by it. Like I could watch it over and over again. You know, some like Maritimers coming to Toronto for the jobs.
Yeah.
It's great SCTV spoof about
Oh
it
my
too.
God, yeah,
but you're in
it's
like
so
the
funny.
sequel. So
Yes.
What was it like working with Donald?
Did you interview him?
No, I had Peter Gross interview him and then come on and play the clips because Peter Gross was in the follow-up to Down the Road, which the title will come to me later. It has an exclamation mark in it. But anyway,
Wait, the one that I was in?
No.
No.
You're in the sequel, but this was the movie he made after Down the Road. So you're in Down the Road Again, which is the sequel. Many moons later.
This was like a different one.
But Donald Shabib...
Dom was great. I mean, Dom was like super no bullshit, hardcore, just like I loved him. I love people like that. Like he's kind of my vibe. He's very just like, I don't fucking care. Do what I want. Like he's just tough. He was just tough. He had no bedside manner, but I like that. I mean, I love people like that. He was not a Canadian, quote unquote. In a good way. Like, you know, that's a whole conversation.
That's your sequel episode of Toronto Mic'd, where we dive into all that.
The Canadian stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
Love
it's
talking
such
Canadian
a
stuff.
thing.
Quick notes on the live stream. I didn't check in till now, but quick question from Mike is, can I ask you about what it was like working on The Expanse?
Oh, yeah, The Expanse was really cool. It was, do you know that show?
No.
Yeah, so it's a sci-fi show. It's the only time I've done only like a little bit of sci-fi. And it was for Amazon Prime, and it was very difficult because the dialect was really, really hard for me. Like I really struggled with the dialect. And then I had to wear this helmet that was very claustrophobic. So it was kind of a tricky one for me. I wouldn't say my memories of it are effortless. It was a little
Tricky one.
challenging.
Well, they can't all be
Yeah.
wonderful. So VP says Kathleen was also great in Torso, the Evelyn Dick story, which you mentioned. And he says it's a classic Hamilton story directed by another HSC alum,
Yeah.
Alex Chappell.
So Alex, this is a funny thing, circling back to the beginning of the interview, Alex is from Dundas.
Okay, not Hamilton.
And so when Alex and I met and started working together, I said, "Oh my God, we're both from Hamilton." He's like, "No, I'm from Dundas." So people from Dundas don't want to be from Hamilton.
By the way, the movie I couldn't remember that Peter Gross was in after Down the Road was called Rip Off. So I got to make sure the Gross heads don't complain to me. So I'm going to play a little bit. I'm going to play a lot of it, actually. This is a trailer for a show I'm dying to ask you about. And let's play that right now.
What you think means nothing.
What you feel means nothing.
You are nothing. You're an intern.
First day?
Is that obvious?
I'm gonna need you to. Sorry. You're here in service of Joyce Holt, CEO of Fountain Pictures.
What color were these resold?
Black.
The original color was
Red.
Therefore, they should have been resold.
Red.
Get in here.
Careful. Proximity to greatness is intoxicating.
I just want to do something beyond dog walking and lunch orders.
He was so much more than an assistant. Our hearts go out to his family during this difficult time.
She pushed him too far. His death is on her.
Looks like somebody got a promotion.
In Hollywood, there are stories of love.
Not cheating.
All of this is mine, and I choose to share it with you.
Success.
You thought you could spend as much of my money as you wanted, but you thought wrong.
Where we live happily ever after. This, I see you, is not one of those stories.
Swimming with Sharks. Kathleen, what's your role in this television series, Swimming with Sharks?
I created it.
Woo! But this is it,
This
right?
was the dream.
Yeah. You did this, and I hear a
did it.
voice. I loved Mad Men, and I can hear a familiar voice from Mad Men.
Yeah, Kiernan Shipka.
Donald Sutherland was in this
My
film.
dream. It was his last job.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you got that opportunity. So
Yeah.
how did this come to be? And are you the showrunner, as you
I
say?
am. I'm the showrunner.
So you created
I
it.
created it and I wrote every episode, yeah.
This is your baby.
It was.
Okay, well, it was.
I mean, it still is, I suppose, but
So,
yeah.
and this was on the Roku channel?
No, it's on Amazon Prime here.
Okay.
You can watch it on Amazon. Yep.
Gotcha. So basically, can you give me a little bit of the story of how you came to fulfill this dream, showrunner, creator, writer of a series?
Well, it was years and years in the making in terms of like the writing stuff. Like from the time I sort of started to write scripts, sell scripts, it's like anything. It's like you have to sort of pay your dues, right? So I wrote a lot of movies for various big actresses, wrote a movie for Julia Roberts, wrote a movie for Charlize, like did sort of all the big jobs that would then help me get to this place where somebody would actually trust me to make a television show. So yeah, I had an overall deal at Universal for writing and creating stuff. And this kind of came out of a relationship with Lionsgate. They came to me and said, we want someone to re-envision this movie from this old movie.
Kevin Spacey movie.
Yeah. And I passed on it several times and I was like, I don't want to do that. It's a cult classic and I don't want to fuck it up. So I kind of just said no a bunch of times. And then I finally was like, well, I mean, if I could make it 2 women instead of 2 guys, maybe it could be cool. So that was it.
So now that you did that,
yes,
and I mean those are big names. That's a big production, and you got to be the showrunner. You're the creator. You're the writer. now you did that. You proved, like, hey, look what I did, Kathleen Robertson. More than just Claire Arnold. Only an asshole would ever call you Claire because you're clearly a Kathleen, okay? But don't worry, it was fixed in post. No one knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, my God.
But
I love it. You got to keep it in.
Now, okay, don't worry. That's an ongoing joke where I say I'm gonna fix something in post.
And you never do.
I will not ever fix that in post.
Right,
You'd have to put it, yeah.
Yeah.
It won't happen. But, so now what's the next creation of Kathleen Robertson?
Well, I have a show called Blessed Sacrament that I sold to CBC that I'm doing with Sphere, who is an amazing Canadian Toronto-based company. They have that new show Wayward on Netflix that's premiering soon. So I'm working on that. And I also have a show called Après Ski that I sold to Peacock that I'm flying to LA on the 18th for and sitting down with them. And so we're going to start writing the second episode now, and we're going to start figuring out cast and all that kind of stuff. And then I have tons of various projects. It's so hard to get something made. That's what I'm really realizing more than anything. You know, I made Swimming with Sharks during COVID, and we were shut down, and we had to come back after COVID. And, you know, I thought, oh, I'll be making another TV show within a year. And here we are all these years later, and the industry's fallen apart, and we've had fires and strikes and a huge contraction in the industry to the point where it feels like nobody's going to make anything anymore. So it's been super, super challenging, but I am hopeful and optimistic that one of these various projects is going to happen.
Well,
It's
I'm
my
sitting
goal.
here, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm sitting beside Kathleen Robertson, like you're a known entity. So if you're having such struggles, I always think about, okay, how do the unknowns make something?
Yeah, it's funny because it's like it's not. I wouldn't say the struggle is in selling things. It's like you sell things, but then the struggle is like where I'm at right now, which is I have 2 shows that are like very close and ready to go. It's just about getting that additional chunk of money.
And these are both going to be on CBC?
No.
Okay.
One of them is Peacock. Do you get Peacock in Canada? I don't think you get Peacock,
No.
do you?
No.
I don't know what Peacock would be here.
I don't know.
Is it Crave maybe? I don't know.
No, Crave gets me all the HBO stuff and the Showtime stuff. I don't think it gets me, but I don't know.
Anyway,
Tap
yeah,
on.
it's an American show. So it's
Okay, so the Après Ski is the
Après
CBC one.
Ski's no. Après Ski's the Peacock American one, and then
Okay.
Blessed Sacrament is CBC.
So on your wiki page, which is highly inaccurate maybe, but it says you sold a new series to CBC called Après Ski. Like that's on. So I can we can if that's so maybe that's.
It is, yeah. It's not with CBC. It's with Peacock.
Okay, so this is a note for Rosie Gray T.O. We have an edit to make on the Kathleen Robertson wiki page because there's some bad info here. Okay, now I'm on our way out here. I know I said an hour, and I'm a man of my word, Kathleen. How was this? So when you arrived, I knew right away. I've seen that look before, okay? Gino Vanelli had the same look when he was at the door, okay? So she's not sure. She has no idea what this is. She was told to come here. She's doing someone a favor, sort of.
No.
And you're here. No, I need to know how the last hour was. Like, other than the moment I rudely called you Claire, how was it?
Totally chill. Totally nice.
Okay, you want to do another hour?
I could do 15.
My goodness. Now, so you live in both sides of the border.
Yes.
I don't know. How has that been in 2025 when we're at war?
It's insane. It's crazy. It's insane. I'm very grateful to be
Whose side are you fighting on when it comes down to it?
What do you think?
Tom and I are lining up at the.
Take a guess.
It better be Canada, Kathleen.
It's always Canada.
Okay, and nobody's. Maybe not now, but maybe back when it was at its height, were people making jokes to you about the 51st state, thinking it was funny? And did you punch them in the nose?
Oh yeah, it was a whole. People still do. People still make jokes about it.
Punch them in the nose if they do that. Punch them in the nose. So Kathleen, I gotta say, I thoroughly enjoyed my hour with you. I hope I didn't go too hard. My fear when I do this is that I'm gonna spend 50 minutes on 90210, and that's not cool, but I feel like we covered a lot of ground. We got to know you better.
Yes. And you tried to get me drunk here with these drinks,
but
so,
thank you. You're good at this. I have fresh craft beer for you from Great Lakes Brewery, Kathleen.
Amazing.
Brewed right here in Southern Etobicoke. Okay?
Amazing.
So you got some fresh craft beer. You have a lasagna, but I guess that'll go to Tom Wilson.
No, I'm going to keep it.
Good for you. Good for you.
You can
Keep
come
that.
over and have a bite.
I have a measuring tape for you from Ridley Funeral Home. You never know if you have to measure. Maybe you're doing a wardrobe fitting maybe for
Such an
Reacher.
interesting choice.
You can connect those dots. But shout out to Ridley Funeral Home. And I just want to give a very, very quick shout out to Toronto's Waterfront BIA. We have an episode coming up where we'll talk more about what's happening on the waterfront. There's still some summer left. What is this, September 11th? We got a little bit of summer left. I want to let people know about recyclemyelectronics.ca. That's where you go if you have old cables, old electronics. You don't throw it in the garbage. You go to recyclemyelectronics.ca. And welcome Blue Sky Agency, right? Doug. He's Doug Mills. Doug at blueskyagency.ca. Let him know if you're looking for creative work environments. Everybody's been sent back to the office, Kathleen. I don't know if you're following that.
Yep.
So talk to Doug. He's a sweetheart. He's a good FOTM. And you are now an FOTM, Kathleen Robertson. Thank you for dropping by on your way to, I'm sure, a busy day with Reacher.
Reacher. Thank you.
Any dirt on Reacher you want to spill on our way out?
Have you watched it?
No. See, you know what? There's too much TV, Kathleen.
There is a lot.
There's too much.
There is a lot.
And I'm watching old ER
And I'm
episodes.
shooting the 4th season, so you would have 3 to watch before
I
mine.
just can't do it.
Yeah.
Also, I have an addiction to cycling every day, and I got 4 kids. I got a lot going on, Kathleen. I don't have time for all this television.
I hear you. That's why I don't either.
But I will make time for Kathleen Robertson Productions. I got to catch up on Swimming with Sharks. That looks really cool.
Yes, thank you.
And you de-spacified it, which is a good move.
What's that mean?
Well, because there's some stink on the movie because of Kevin Spacey.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
You know, you just change it up and de-spacify it. And,
spacify.
Yeah, I invented a word.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
And that, on that note, and that brings us to the end. And that. You ever cross paths with Stu Stone, fellow child star?
Stu Stone?
Yeah.
Who's Stu Stone?
I'll tell you after. And that brings us to the end of our 1,760th show. Go to TorontoMike.com for all your Toronto Mike needs. Much love to all who made this possible. That's patrons like you. Go to patreon.com/TorontoMike. Great Lakes Brewery, Palma Pasta, Toronto's Waterfront BIA, recyclemyelectronics.ca, Blue Sky Agency, and Ridley Funeral Home. Thank you, Kathleen!